I'm Don Bin from Lake Elementary School, and this is News 6. Lake Elementary is located out in the country near a quaint little airfield. Here with that story is Francine Bodie.
Blimps and airplanes have a very special meaning to us at Lake Elementary School. This is a model of a blimp. We have an airport called Metcalf Field right across the road from our school. Metcalf Field used to be Toledo Municipal Airport. Now Toledo has built a new airport to handle the heavy air traffic. At this time, only small jet planes land at Metcalf. Occasionally, a jet will land. Last year, the blimp came to meet the governor's plane. When he landed, Mrs. Danikin of Lake School went over and asked if he would speak to our students. He agreed and talked with us for about 10 minutes. All the students enjoyed meeting the governor and his staff. This year, we saw the blimp when we were taping the News 6 show. The blimp usually comes to town the day before the big Ohio State-Michigan game. This year, that game was held on November 17th.
Art is true beauty, and the students at Lake Elementary are really learning to appreciate it. Our Deanna Dickey has that report.
Lake Elementary School has an art club for all interested 5th and 6th graders. The program was started last year. The club has two major purposes. First, to allow kids with special abilities to improve their skills and explore the areas of art. Second, to function and serve the organization, which will help Lake School and the community. The art club spent about 4 weeks drawing and painting a mural on the wall of the music room last year. They did this mural because Mr. Romer, Miss Sterling, and other kids of the art club felt that it was boring to look at a plain beige wall. We all need to be aware of everyday environment and do what we can to make it exciting and tasteful. The students tried to make the mural fun and colorful, but they also wanted it to mean something. That's why they used music symbols. Students are planning to make favors for the Red Cross to take to nursing homes. They are planning a special Christmas program in conjunction with the International Year of the Child. They are also designing a logo for Lake Elementary School. The students will put together the elementary art show this spring, and they will be helping individual teachers and school groups with various projects all year. We at Lake School also enjoy other forms of art. Through the new program, we have already been visited by Dave Browning, a folk singer. He held a neat sing-alongs. Some of us went to the Toledo Symphony Orchestra with youth concert. Others went to the Toledo Art Museum.
The Toledo Zoo has a lot of great animals. Our News 6 reporter has the story.
The Toledo Zoo is not very far from Lake School, and we thought that News 6 would like to take a look at the animals. Here with an interview of Mr. Phil Skeldon is News 6 reporter Scott Hanna.
Do many people visit the zoo in the winter?
Scott, I think during the winter we probably have 100,000 people over the winter time. That's from, say, the end of October until the middle of April. That's what we call our wintertime season. We have probably 100,000 in that period and 700,000 during the rest of the year.
Do many animals die during the winter?
Well, I think that animals die more in the changing weather than they do once winter actually sets in and it becomes cold and stays cold. Then we don't seem to have near the problem as in the changing weather. When it's freezing rain and the temperature's cold one day and warm the next, then we have more difficulty.
Have any of the zookeepers ever got hurt?
Yes, we've had keepers get hurt in handling the animals, like in the fall of the year when we have to take the antlers off of the male deer. We actually chemically knock them down, and the veterinarian then with the curator of mammals and a keeper will go in and actually saw these antlers off of the deer. Sometimes the animal isn't quite down and the men have to go in and actually handle him, and he still has some mobility, and occasionally one will get kicked or struck by a deer.
Has anyone ever tried to steal an animal?
Yes, we had some birds stolen here about, I think, about 2 years ago. And they stole some very valuable animals from the birdhouse.
Who eats the most food out of the animals?
Boy, that's a good question. I suppose we'd have to go with size and say the elephants eat more than any other animal.
This has been Scott Hanna from Toledo Zoo for News 6.
Tractor pulling has become a big sport. I spoke with Mr. Thomas Dabrowski, who has been involved in the sport for 6 years. He told me that tractor pulling offers a great deal of prize money. However, after all of the expenses are paid, there's not enough a lot of profit. Mr. Dabrowski says that tractor pulling offers a lot of advantages, including a great deal of traveling. He brings his family along when he is on the road. Mr. Dabrowski also likes the sport since he gets an opportunity to compete against other people. He has owned 3 tractors in the past. Right now, he's in the process of rebuilding his modified tractor. He will use 2 460 Fords. Mr. Dabrowski really enjoys the sport of tractor pulling. Bees lead a fascinating life, and here with a look at how to harvest honey is our News 6 representative, Wendy Dabrowski.
Bees can be very helpful to us, but they can also be very dangerous. They supply us with honey. Here are some ways we use the honey. It is used to make cough medicine, which coats the throat. We also bake with it. In the spring, honeybees hatch. From these eggs come 2 different kinds of bees, a drone and a worker. The worker goes out and gathers nectar and brings it back to the hive. Then he puts it in a cell. When it is in the cell, it has already become honey due to the change that takes place in the bee's body on the way back to the hive. The cell is made of wax, which the bee manufactures. After the cell is filled, there is a wax cap that goes on top of it. In the fall, farmers harvest their crops, and so do the beekeepers. Ideally, the temperature should be at least 65 degrees. The bees are not as easily agitated if the sun is shining and the temperature is up. The first step in gathering honey is to get the frames off of the hives. The second step is to take off the caps with a hot or steamed knife. The third step is to extract the honey from the cells with an extractor. The fourth step is to strain the honey. The last step is to put the honey back into the jars.
Thanks for watching News 6. I'm Dawn Bin from Lake Elementary. Next week's show will feature St. Mary's Tiffin.